Well, look-a here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
97.7.
Do we have our guest?
So I don't think we. Still don't think we have her on there. I can't hear anything.
I'm here.
Oh, there she is. Okay, we got her.
I can
Okay.
hear you.
Well, your mouth is moving. I didn't know if you were actually talking or not. We got her now.
Hey,
Good things take time. Good. What can I tell you?
there you go.
Can we turn her up, Packy?
Hey, that is great. Don't mess with nothing. We got her
I
on
can
here.
barely hear her, though. Can you hear her?
Yeah,
Oh, you have a
good.
good headset, that's why.
Good morning, girl.
Well, good morning to you, handsome. How are things?
Hey, she's talking to me, y'all. I'm the handsome one. That's adequate. We're sitting here talking about all the thing. Check this out before we get into all the gory details. Tell her what you just seen last night.
Yeah, do you ever watch Tucker Carlson on Fox News?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Did you see the special he did last night on camel shows in Saudi Arabia? And they're upset because they're giving camels Botox and different cosmetic surgery. I think you have too much
read that
money
article.
when you're doing camel shows, beauty contest, and you're giving them Botox.
I thought to myself when I saw that on my phone, oh my gosh, they're giving these women a hard time because they're using Botox. I didn't actually think they were real camels. The headline was very strange.
I don't know. Golly.
Well, we want you to know we're very honored to have you here this morning because Stephen and I, when it comes to etiquette here in the North Georgia mountains, we could write the book on it. We know etiquette in the mountains, but you know Christmas etiquette. But I'm going to tell you, young lady, I have an issue. I read one of your things about not spending too much money on Christmas gifts. I want our fans to know it is unlimited. If whatever you would like to buy us, you do not have to be limited. You will not make us feel uncomfortable by spending too much money.
I've got it. Sounds good. Yes. Yeah, we never want to really try to make anybody feel bad. You know, some people have the wherewithal and other people kind of just don't. It's hard when you got 7 kids, you know.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Gosh, I know that's right. You, now let me ask you something. When it comes to Christmas etiquette, I try to get that right.
Etiquette.
We actually had a Christmas party the other night, and I bought Packy a sweater and give to him during the Christmas party, and he was very upset. I didn't mean to upset him. He throwed it down. He started crying. He ran around the table, grabbed a 6-pack of beer, and left. So who was in the wrong there, me or Packy? I mean,
You really put me on the spot here.
Well, he was expecting
somebody
pajamas with the feet in them.
When in all seriousness, when someone gifts you something,
Right.
and this is something we should teach children as well. When someone gifts you something, you have to be careful for the face.
right?
So, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so fab. Thank you so,
Yay.
you all have to show gratitude. Try not to let keep your poker face.
I agree with you because, several years ago with my ex-mother-in-law, I gave her a chair, and when I went to plug it in, her face, just all the blood just drained out of her face, and I could tell that she did not like that chair.
That is not good. That is not good.
And you just can't find good electric chairs anymore. I thought she'd be
I was
happy with it.
Waiting
I
for the
was waiting
punchline.
for the punchline.
Now, that's the thing about it, though. I mean, a lot of people, I guess, I'm all about the gift, not the giver. Do you not think? I mean, honestly, it's all about the gift, not the giver. But I know it's supposed to be the other way around.
No, Stephen. Yes, Stephen. There you go. There.
It's but sometimes you do get gifts that's like, what the heck is this? But do you have let's say your poker face. Do you have a poker face when you get something?
Those socks. Oh, these are so cute. Gosh, thank you so much. You just want to show some appreciation, right? Because this is what having good manners is kind of all about. You don't want to make somebody feel bad because I don't know.
Well,
Maybe they didn't give it much thought,
Yeah, they
and
did.
just thought, here, socks.
Everybody needs them, right? the gift keeps
Especially
on
in the
giving.
winter with your flip-flops.
Yeah. Oh, I'm with you on that. I just feel like, when they get me socks and then they buy my wife a new car, I'm like, what the heck? You know. Okay, I see where I'm at in this screaming thing. Listen, you hold on. Let's go to a short break, and then we'll come back because we've had a hard time getting you on. We're going to talk to you some more about what's going on with all this because you've been involved. How long have you been? You've had this. You found it's what, 13 years, 14 years ago?
Yeah, it's been about 15 years now that I've been teaching, that
Right.
I've been, sharing this wealth of knowledge with people across the country. Yes.
There you go. So we're going to take a break. If anybody wants to ask any questions, just jump on YouTube, and Packy's over there manning the station on that. And if you got anything you want to know about etiquette, am I saying it right?
Yep.
And we'll be right back.
Very good.
Well, look at here. Guess who's number one in the Nielsen ratings again?
Play 97.7.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. We got Zoe Yeoman on with it. Y'all can go check her out. She is etiquette school for 13 years. What is your website? Give us your website.
ZoeYoeman.com.
How easy is that?
So easy. And the OG etiquette expert will be up shortly. Stephen, may I just apologize for keeping you all waiting. I was here. I didn't get the microphone on.
Honey, Lord of mercy, girl. Don't worry about that. It happens all the time.
But this is a good lesson, right? We call this the teachable moment. When you are late, and I wasn't. I've been sitting here since,
Right.
When you are late somewhere, when you're supposed to be somewhere, when you have something that's supposed to happen at a specific time, you do your best to make it happen. But some things, especially with technology, gets in the way.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that.
There it is.
Yeah,
So
I don't
thank
care.
you for accepting my apology.
But that is the thing, though. Like when you do have people coming over to your house and say, okay, be here at 5 o'clock. That's when the party is. And they get there at 5:30. That just runs me crazy.
Well, that's my point.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But no, you was here, but it's technical difficulties. We ain't worried about
And we
that.
do appreciate your apology. That was very nice of you. We do appreciate that.
Thank you. I do.
So that's an etiquette question that I have. I mean, what's the time if somebody says be there at 5 o'clock? Is it really 5 o'clock? Is it impolite to be early? Or do you have to be there like right at 5 o'clock?
No, it's never impolite to be early. If you get there at 5:25, you're actually on time. And so, if you're having a problem, if there's traffic, if you couldn't find the cat before you leave the house, then you're going to want to call or text and say, look, I'm running a few minutes late. I should be there by.
Right.
And some of these phones have this really cool thing now where you can share your ETA. So, it's nice to let people know that you've got something that's happened and you're on your way and you're doing your best.
Well, that's the thing, though. When you wait for somebody, it seems like 5 minutes turns into an hour, I mean, it really does. But now you've got one thing here on holiday parties. Never show up to someone's house empty-handed now. But now Packy's the opposite way around. He never leaves somebody's house empty-handed. What are you supposed to, take a...
He just confuses open bar with take what's ever in the bar with you and leave.
But, what are you supposed to take? It's just a...
Well, I guess it depends on where you're going and who you're spending time with. If you've got people that you see all the time, you can say, what would you like me to bring over? Is there something I might be able to bring with me, that would help? And they'll say, yeah, bring dessert. Or could you bring a loaf of a baguette or something like that, whatever. BYOB. But when you've been invited somewhere, the appropriate thing to do, holiday time or not, is not to show up empty-handed. So during this season, you might walk in with an ornament for the tree,
that's cool.
Something special you picked up, or maybe you brought their favorite bottle of wine.
So let me ask you this, if you've got somebody that comes to the party that makes a dessert that's totally terrible, nobody likes the dessert, how do you politely tell them to please don't bring the dessert? How do you do that politely?
You can say, I'm not sure that bread pudding would be a really good match.
Hey, listen, I only brought bread pudding for 3 years, okay? And it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, nobody.
God, my bread pudding's getting all over the country now.
The dog wouldn't even eat it, man.
The tapioca pudding is actually a good choice for tonight. Might you consider maybe a cheesecake?
Yeah.
It's not really what you say. It's kind of how you say it.
So now, what is holiday tipping? What is this?
Well, a lot of us have services that we use on a regular basis, some service provider. So
Right.
whether that's your dog groomer or your barber or your hairstylist, the guy who works on your car every 6 weeks, those people. And a lot of times we tip them for services after we've spent time with them, and sometimes we don't. So if you've got somebody in your life that is a service provider that you use regularly, it's really nice to afford them a little something for the holidays.
Oh, well, that's cool. Because I own a sanitation service, and I have drivers out there, and all the customers except for two, tip. That's crazy.
Really? You get tips for doing
They
what you
tip
do?
the drivers. Yeah, they do. They give them candies and cakes, and they're going to have to quit the candies and cakes because they can't even hardly get in and out of the trucks right now. But yeah,
I think it is just a polite thing. And, it kind of reminds us these people work hard all through the year. I know my wife makes a list of all the people, the Arrow,
Right.
the gentleman who comes over to does pest control. He found a leak in our house way above and beyond the call of duty, and told us about it and literally saved us thousands of dollars. You've got to reciprocate. And this is a great time of the year. And, I wanted to ask you something because I think this is really important. There's always a silver cloud or a silver lining to every cloud. And this year, with the chain supplies and things like that, and, we're not getting all the presents on time or gifts on time. I think what it's doing is helping people to realize that this is a time of the year where we kind of lost the message or the meaning of what Christmas is about. And I read something that you wrote about presents that are handmade, or someone does a craft or something like that. That takes time. That takes forethought and time. And to me, that's a very important thing to receive a gift like that.
I love what you just said. You're 100% correct. And, these people work very, very hard. I find myself over tipping when I go to restaurants anymore, just because I'm so grateful that they're coming to work. I'm so grateful that I don't have to cook. It's nice to go out and have a meal and get service. And so we're so appreciative of that, Yeah, your landscaper, you're right. People work really hard. The ones who do go to work every week, we work pretty hard. So it's nice to show some appreciation. People really appreciate it.
well, the rule of thumb, according to Packy, coming to tip is $1. Is that pretty much the?
Yeah, I was going to ask, what is over tipping? I've never heard that before. What is over tipping?
Well, instead of 20% for really good service, you might afford 25 or 30, You're just more generous than you might typically
Right.
be.
And people really need it right now. I mean, I feel like,
They
especially,
do.
yeah.
Yep, they
And
do.
I feel sorry for the industry right now, especially in the restaurant industry, because they're hurting for employees, and the ones that's there is trying to keep up, and they kind of get jumped on because, oh, my service is slow, but they're doing the best they can. So this is really a big thing, with that. But don't overspend gift giving. You said don't overspend. What is? Can you tell me how do you not overspend? I'm just trying to talk to all those folks that want to buy me something.
Yeah, let's clarify it. As far as buying us gifts, overspending is perfectly
what is
acceptable.
overspending? Yeah.
I think sometimes people get a little uncomfortable. I have women friends, and I love to afford them something for their 0 birthdays, 40, 50, etc. And I'll spend a little money on that. I think your 50th birthday, for example, is a big deal, 40, etc. And so, but other people can be a little put off, a little concerned. Oh, am I expected now to be this generous as well? So, know who you're buying for, consider their situation, try not to overspend.
Right.
Sometimes it makes people uncomfortable. So, and conversely, if you've received a present and you feel like it's incredibly generous, then you still should just be gracious about it.
Right.
You don't have to, say to that person or make that first person feel kind of bad about what they've just done for you. You just need to let that go, be appreciative, and consider the thought and the care behind it.
Folks, we're talking to
Does that-
Zoe Yeoman. Go to zoeyoman.com and you can check all this stuff out that she's got going on just so you'll know. Another question. Okay, so let's say last year I bought somebody a nice present. Do I have to outdo it this year? I mean, it's like,
No.
They're like, "Oh, daggum, he got me a diamond ring last year, and he didn't buy me nothing."
Yeah,
but
but Stephen, if you'll give me the other sock, if you'll give me the other sock this year, I'd appreciate it. At least I'd have a pair.
Yeah. But I mean, you think about that. You have to outdo. That's one thing my wife, back growing up with the kids, it's like, well, we did this last year. We have to do this year. But
no, situations change from year to year. You may not even be in town for Christmas some year. Mm-hmm. You may decide to take a trip. So the people in your life who know your heart always understand where you are in life in general. And if I may just correct you real briefly, the ZoeYoman.com, that's my acting site.
My wife loves them. I guarantee it. We'll be watching it tonight. We'll be there.
Oh, great. Thank you. But do follow me on social media. And so Instagram would be the OG etiquette expert. And please follow. I always follow back because that's good manners.
There you go.
And thank you.
Hey, let me tell you one more thing before we go. And I'm bragging on my wife a little bit for Christmas. We kind of run out of because it's hard to buy your kids stuff for Christmas. So on Thanksgiving, she gives all the kids a certain amount of money, all our kids. They have to go out. They have to buy their gift. They have to wrap it. They can't tell anybody what they're buying. And then Christmas morning, everybody sits down and reveals what they bought themselves for Christmas that we give them the money to buy. And even me and her do that. That's pretty cool. I think it's fun.
I like that. And I didn't get to ask how your Thanksgiving was, but I take it was lovely.
Oh, are you kidding? When it comes to food and Baptist, we got her down, girl.
Excellent. I'm glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Glad. That sounds like a really neat tradition.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things about the holidays is either following traditions that you were part of when you were growing up or starting your own for your family. I like that a lot. That's really cool.
It's a lot of fun.
And Zoe, one of the things I want to put out over the airwaves, we did this on our show. I have a dog training business. That's what I do. I'm a professional dog trainer. And one of the things that we've been telling people, do not give live pets as Christmas presents. As wonderful as it seems, and the commercials, everybody's opening their box and there's a little cute puppy. Please don't do this. It's an incredibly stressful time for the animals, and it is a living, breathing creature. It is not a gift. But what you can do is, if you know someone is going to be getting a dog or they have a dog, get a present that they can use to their dog, like a gift certificate to maybe the veterinarian that they use, or dog food, or treats, something of that nature. But please don't buy people living, breathing creatures.
And if you do, buy them snakes.
unless it's a pony.
There you go, pony. Now you're talking.
Animals can be lifetime commitments. I love birds. I love all animals.
Right.
But I really, really thought about getting a bird, and birds they can live for 60, 70, they can live a really, really long time.
Absolutely.
I'm like, nope, not getting a bird.
I get the bird a lot.
Bird's not going to happen.
Yeah, I get the bird a lot, but anyway.
It's too late.
Zoe, that movie's coming on tonight on Lifetime, you said?
It is Lifetime Channel. Yeah, I think it's 8 Central.
And it's called what now?
So check your local.
What's the name of it?
Holiday in Santa Fe.
Holiday in Santa Fe. Okay, we have got to get to a break, girl. I appreciate you getting up and so much.
Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you are fantastic. You're one of my favorites.
Nice to meet you as well, guys. I'm so sorry again for keeping you waiting. Have a great Christmas.
You are fine. You're fine.
No, we ain't worried about that.
You have a Merry Christmas.
Yep.
Thank you. All right.
All right, girl. Take care.
Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.